Good evening, all. We will start the class. Others can join later. I hope you are able to see my screen. So we have completed Slave and Khilji Dynasty. And next one is Tughlaq. Tughlaq's ruled between 1322 1412, almost 100 years. The Tughlaq dynasty was founded by Qasim Malik, who ascended the throne as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq in 1320 AD, and this dynasty ruled till 1412 AD. Ghiyasuddin rose to an important position in the reign of Alauddin Khilji. We have seen during Khilji dynasty, there are only two important persons, Jalaluddin Khilji and son-in-law Alauddin Khilji. After that, it became a weak rulers and the other feudatories started to rise to power. So during Alauddin Khilji period itself, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq rose to an important position. And however, after a brief rule, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq died in 25. That means from 1320 to 1325, he ruled for only 5 years. And his son Muhammad Tughlaq ascended to the throne. So under Tughlaq, the Delhi Sultanate was further consolidated. We have seen Alauddin Khilji consolidated the whole India, and after that, Muhammad Tughlaq and others consolidated. The Tughlaq period is also considered as the consolidated Sultan period. Okay, let's see one by one who are the rulers. Started with Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, who is also known as Qasim Malik, and he was the founder of Tughlaq dynasty. He took the title Qasi, the first sultan to start irrigation, and built a strong fort called Tughlaqabad near Delhi. And Amir Khusru, the famous work, Amir Khusru started to work in whose period, who gave him the title Tutiya-i-Hind, or the parrot of India. Please write it in the chat box or comment box. So he was a famous poet and he wrote Tughlaqnama. In that Tughlaqnama, it deals with the rise of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, and he only ruled for 5 years. After that, his son became to throne. After the death of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq in 1325, his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq or Jawad Khan came to power. Okay, he was one of the most controversial ruler in the Delhi. We have seen during the Iltutmish time, he introduced Tanka and Chital, right? What is this Tanka and Jital means? So he introduced many ambitious schemes and experiments, but most of them proved to be failure. He wanted to introduce many schemes, but everything, failed. And he was a learned scholar of Arabic and Persian and possessed tolerance in religious affairs. He also had religious tolerance towards people, and he learned Arabic and Persian. His reign marks the zenith of Delhi Sultanate, but also saw the beginning of disintegration. So why it is known as zenith of Delhi Sultanate and also disintegration? We'll see about it. He defeated Mongols and appointed officials on the basis of merit in the Delhi Sultanate, and advanced secular policies, applied justice to ulema. Ulema is another name for clergies and nobles. And Ibn Battuta versus contemporary of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and versus envoy to China. So during Muhammad bin Tughlaq time also, Ibn Battuta was contemporary and he is envoy to China. He built fort of Adilabad and the city of Jahanpanna. So he built the fort of Adilabad and the city of Jahanpanna. And during his reign, three major kingdoms of South India emerged: Vijayanagar, Bahmani, and Madurai. These three important kingdoms emerged during Muhammad bin Tughlaq's period, and he transferred the capital from Delhi to Devagiri, which is known as Daulatabad, shifted back after 2 years because of lack of water supply. He also shifted his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, And again, he shifted to Delhi after 2 years because of the lack of water supply. And the token currency, he issued, he wanted to follow. We have said this Iltutmish Tanka and Jidal, right? He introduced silver Tanka and billion Jidal. So same thing he wanted to follow, and he started to issue token currency. Token currency as in he issued bronze coins at par with the value of silver Tanka. So that means silver coins and both silver coins and bronze coin will have the same price. So that means what happened? All the people started using bronze coins to buy valuable, products, right? Commodities will be transferred, and most of the illegal activities will started to practice in the kingdom because of the value. And he had also introduced the copper currency system. Later, withdraw both. So he started to token currency, and it is because less supply of coins. He introduced token currency and also introduced copper currency system, but it will definitely become a failure, right? So he withdrew both in the later period. He launched the Croatian project to counter the threat of Chinese incursions. So he also launched a Croatian project to counter the threat of Chinese incursion, which is also called as failure. And Karachi expedition launched in Common Hills to encounter the threat of Chinese incursion. That is also failed. So he introduced project expeditions to encounter the threat of Chinese incursions, and both seems to be a failed one. So the Croatian project and Karachi expedition. He set up Diwan Amir Kohi, a separate department to extended cultivation by giving loans to cultivators. The Kavi loans failed due to corrupt officials. So what are all the things he have introduced? First, he introduced the token currency and copper currency system, Croatian project, Karachi expedition. Everything is a failed one. And also he introduced the Diwan Amir Kohi. That means a separate department for extended cultivation system. So that is also failed because of the corrupted officials. So these are the importance of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. The next one is Feroz Shah Tughlaq. After the dismiss of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, his cousin Feroz Shah Tughlaq became the next Sultan of Tughlaq dynasty. And he had adopted the policy of Delhi Sultanate of trying to appease the nobles, army, theologians, and of asserting this authority over only such areas which could be easily administered from the center. So he adopted the policy of Delhi Sultanate that trying to appease the nobles and army and theologians. He cancelled the loans of peasants which had been advanced by the predecessor. That means he also cancelled loans to the peasants. After the death of Muhammad Tughlaq, he came to power, and he adopted the policy of appease the nobles, army, and theologians. Theologians means those who promote the religious activities, and asserting his authority over only such areas which could be easily administered from the center. So he did not want to expand his territories or something, but he cancelled loans to peasants, and he was a kind man who did not favor harsh punishments. So he did not give any harsh punishment. Appointed Khanhai Jahan Makbal, means a Telugu Brahmin, as a Wazir. Wazir means Prime Minister in the Delhi Sultanate. So he extended the principle of heredity to army and nobility. Thus, the Ikta system was not only revived but also it was made hereditary. And Malik Sawar was a prominent noble and had been wazir for some time. He asserted independence and assumed the title of Malik-i Sharag, the Lord of the East. So after that, Malik ruled from Jaunpur It is also called Shiraz of the East. And Malik Muhammad Khan JC of Batmawat lived in the Jaunpur. Cancelled loans to the peasants, and he did not favor for harsh punishments. And he appointed Kane Jahan Makbul, a Telugu Brahmin, as Prime Minister to the Delhi Sultanate, and extended the principle of hereditary to army and nobility. That means the Ikta system not only revived, but it made hereditary. The Ikta system was abolished during the, eliminated during whose period? So Malik Sarwar, he was a prominent noble and been Wazi for some time, and he asserted independence and assumed the title of Malik as Sharag, the Lord of the East, and he ruled from Jaunpur. From this place only, the author of Patmawat, Malik Muhammad JC, lived. And to appease theologians, pharaohs took following decisions in Delhi Sultanate. Let's see. Prohibited practice of Muslim women going out to worship, gave concessions to theologians, and made jizya a separate tax. Earlier, it was part of land tax. Only children, women, disabled accepted. Erased wall paintings in the palace, and he constructed and improved several canals, set up hospitals for poor called Darul Shifa. So, just to appease the theologians, he did, prohibited Muslim women to going out for worshipping, and he gave concessions to them and made jizya a separate tax, and erased all the wall paintings in palace. He constructed and improved several canals and also set up a hospital for poor people in the name of Darul Shifa, and established the Hizar and Ferozabad. So these two towns will be established by Ferozshah Tughlaq. And he also set up new departments in the Delhi Sultanate, Diwanai, Khairat, to make provisions for marriages of poor girls, and Department for Public Work, Diwanai Bandhagan, that means Department for slaves. And he introduced two coins, Anda and Bet. It means both are jital. Like 50% jital is known as Anda, and 23% jital is known as Bet. So he led two unsuccessful expeditions to Bengal, and Bengal became free from control of Delhi Sultanate. And he developed royal factories called Karkhanas, in which thousands of slaves were employed, and imposed four taxes sanctioned by Islamic Raj. So land tax is like khams. It means 1/5 of the looted property during wars. Jizya, that means religious tax on the Hindus, and Zakat means 2.5% of the income of the Muslims, which was spent for the welfare of Muslim subjects and their religion. He imposed four taxes like Islamic, Kharaj, Khams, Jizya, and Zakat. He was the first sultan in Delhi Sultanate to impose Sharb, which means irrigation tax. He also, Muhammad bin Tughlaq started the first irrigation system, and he first sultan to impose tax on irrigation is Ferozshah Tughlaq. So the next one is Nasiruddin Muhammad. So he ruled between 1390 to 1398. He ruled for only few years. He was the last ruler of the Tughlaq dynasty. Timur invasion 98 during his reign weakened the Delhi Sultanate, and Timur entered Delhi Sultanate. There was no, opposition. He withdrew from the India in 1399. So during Nasiruddin Muhammad period only, Timur invasion came to India, and it is the reason for Delhi Sultanate to become. So Delhi Sultanate disintegrated towards the beginning of 15th century, and no independent states were set up. Example, Malwa, Gujarat. So they all, disintegrated from Delhi Sultanate, and Tughlaq Empire came to end in 1242 AD. So as we can see, during the Alauddin Khilji or Khilji dynasty, this part was like this, right? So here it was further consolidated and expanded the territory, and they ruled over like almost all over the India. So this is all about Tughlaq dynasty. So let's see about the next one is Sayyid dynasty. So the next one is Sayyid dynasty. It started from 1414 to 51 AD. After the end of Tughlaq dynasty, the Sayyid dynasty rose to power with 4 rulers ruling from 1414 to 1451. So this dynasty ruled for only 30 to 35 years, and because of the Timur invasion, the Tughlaq dynasty came to end. It's like only 4 rulers were ruled in the Sayyid dynasty. Let's see about the dynasty. And Timur, after defeating the army of Delhi, appointed Kaisar Khan as the governor of Multan. And according to Tariq Mubarak Shahi, the founder of Sayyid dynasty, was the descendant of Prophet Muhammad. So, according to the book Tariq Mubarak Shahi, the Sayyid dynasty's founder was a descendant of Prophet Muhammad. And Timur, after defeating Delhi army from Tughlaq dynasty, what he did, he appointed a Kaisar Khan as governor of Multan. And Sayyid dynasty had the shortest tenure among all the dynasties of Delhi Sultanate. They ruled for very short time. So let's see about Kaisar Khan. He ruled for like 7 years. Kaisar Khan was the founder of Sayyid dynasty, and he was considered to be the ablest ruler of Timur, and he defeated Sultan Daulat Khan and occupied Delhi and founded the Sayyid dynasty. He did not assume the title of Sultan, but was comfortable with Rayat-i-Allah. So Kaisar Khan did not assume the title of Sultan, and from here, during the Delhi Sultanate, from Sayyid dynasty, some people will not assuming the title Sultan, and he was comfortable with Rayat-i-Allah, and the authority of power under Kaisar Khan did not extend beyond Punjab and Doab region. So, as we can see, because of the invasion of Taimurs, the consolidated area of Delhi Sultanate becomes scattered and disintegrated, right? So that means and also we have seen during Muhammad bin Tughlaq's period, other dynasties like Vijayanagar, Bahmani, and Mathura kingdom started to flourish. So they become, independent during that time. And after Kaisar Khan's death, Mubarak Shah and Muhammad Shah ascended the throne one after another. So it means he died in a very short time, and during Kaisar Khan's period, the region was not extended beyond Punjab and Doab region. So that means it was only included in the northern India. And after him, Mubarak Shah and Muhammad Shah ascended the throne one after another. All of these rulers tried to control rebellious religions like Katihar, Bauhan, Itawa, Patlia, Gwalior, Kampil, Nagar, and Mewar, but they failed due to the conspiracy of the nobles. So all the rulers like Mubarak Shah and Muhammad Shah tried to control the rebellious regions like Katihar, Bauhan, and all these religions, Gwaliors, but all failed because of the conspiracy of nobles. Alam Shah, he was the last ruler of Sayyid dynasty and proved to be the incompetent and surrendered his throne to Bahlul Lodi, who was the governor of Sindh and Lahore during that period. So he became the last ruler. We have seen only 4 rulers will be ruling the Sayyid dynasty, starting from Kaisar Khan and Mubarak Shah and Muhammad Shah. The last one is Alam Shah, right? So all these 4 rulers ruled for only few years, and Alam Shah surrendered his throne to Bahlul Lodi, who was the governor of Sindh and Lahore during that time. The Shayyads put an end to pointed cap. That means the kulla. Sorry, they did not put an end to. The Shayyads put on pointed caps. They used to wear kulla, known as kulla dharan. Okay. So next one is Yahya bin Ahmad Shirhandi wrote Tariq-i-Mubarak Shahi, which explains the administration and the details about the Sayyid dynasty. Okay, so the region, so Sayyid dynasty become very particular to the Punjab and Doab region. We have seen that. So this is all about Sayyid dynasty. So only 4 rulers will be ruling the dynasty, starting from Kaisar Khan, ending from Alam Shah. So in between, Muhammad Mubarak Shah and Muhammad Shah also ruled for a few time, and they all wanted to control the religious rebellions of during the time, and they wanted to control all the religion, but they are not able to control it because of the conspiracy from nobles. So the next one is Lodi and the last of Delhi Sultanates. So let's see about the Lodi dynasty. The Lodis were the last rulers of Delhi Sultanate and the first to be headed by the Afghans. So all the above we have seen as a Turkish rulers, right? So the first Aryans will come and then the Turkish ruler will come here, Afghans. So they were the first of Afghans to come and rule in the Delhi. So they ruled for almost 75 years. That is from 1450 to 1526 AD. So the Lodi kingdom was larger than that of Shayyads, and they formed a large group of army in the Sultanate. And Lodis dominated the region of Punjab and the Upper Ganga Valley. And the Lodis were known of Behluli coins, which continued till Akbar's tenure. He was a Mughal ruler, right? You all know about him. Apart from this, the standard measurement system as Gajesh Kandari remained in force till Mughals. So they were the last rulers and first of Afghans, and they had a large group of army, and they dominated the regions of Punjab and Upper Ganga Valley. They are also known for Behluli coins and standard measurement system known as Gajai Shikandari. Both Behluli coins and Gajai Shikandari continue till the Mughals period. So who are the 3 main rulers of Lodi dynasty? Behlul Lodi, Shikandar Lodi and Ibrahim Lodi. Let's see about them. So Behlul Lodi ruled between 1451 to 1489. So he almost ruled for 40 years, right? And he was a founder of Lodi dynasty. He ruled Delhi Sultanate till 1489. The major achievements of Behlul Lodi reign was the eventual annexation of Jaunpur kingdom, and he extended his territories over Gwalior, Jaunpur and Upper Uttar Pradesh. He also annexed the entire Sharki kingdom and was known to issue the Behluli coins. So after the death of Behlul Lodi, Sikandar Lodi ascended to the throne. So Sikandar Lodi is another important ruler in Lodi dynasty. From 1489 to 1517, he ruled the dynasty, and after the death of Behlul Lodi, he ascended the throne, and he was the second ruler of Lodi dynasty and ruled between. Sikandar Lodi's real name was Nizam Shah, and who was also known as Sultan Sikandar Shah. So his actual name is Nizam Shah, and he was also called as Sultan Sikandar Shah. He was considered to be a good administrator who laid roads and encouraged irrigation facilities. He laid roads and he also encouraged the irrigation facilities. During his reign, price of commodities were very cheap, and he was considered the position. He considered the position of Sultan as superior to the nobles, and he compelled nobles and amirs to show formal respect to the Sultan in Darbar and outside, and treated them harshly. So he believed that Sultan is a superior to nobles and amirs, and he asked them or he compelled them to show formal respect. Can you relate this to anyone else in the previous nobles? Given Balban did the same, right? He dismissed the Chalisha and he wanted to Sijya, and 5 years he introduced the rituals to practice, obey the king, sultan, right? The same was happened here also, but he did not introduce any rituals, but he asked the nobles to show formal respect to the sultan in darbar and outside, and he also treated them harshly. He re-annexed Bihar, Dholpur, Narwar, and some parts of Gwalior and Nahur to Delhi Sultanate, and he also introduced Gajai Shikandari for measurement of land and abolished octroi duty on grain. So he introduced the Gajai Shikandari. It was followed till Mughals, right? And Sikandar Lodi controlled the Ganga Valley as far as Western Bengal and moved his capital from Delhi to New Town, which later becomes famous as the city of Agra. So he controlled the regions of Ganga Valley and till the Western Bengal, and he moved his capital from Delhi to New Town, which is in Agra, the city of Agra, and later become famous as the city of Agra. He was indulged in destruction of temples. So he also indulged in destructions of Hindu temples, and he showed little tolerance towards non-Muslims, and he reimposed jizya on them. So during Tughlaq's period, the jizya was not completely exempted, but it has a relaxation for women, child, and disabled persons, right? So again, it was reimposed during the Sikandar Lodi's period, and he showed only little tolerance towards non-Muslims. And Sikandar Lodi composed poems with pen name Gulruki, and he had a pen name known as Gulruki, and he wrote poems in the name of Gulruki. So he was succeeded by his son Ibrahim Lodi in 1517 AD. So he became the famous, Ibrahim Lodi, who had the battle with Babur, and the Mughals came to India during that time. He was a contemporary of Muhammad Bedarha of Gujarat and Rana Sanga of Mewar. So they were Rajputs rulers, and he was contemporary to both Muhammad Bedarha of Gujarat and Rana Sanga of Mewar. So let's see about the last ruler of Delhi Sultanate and Lodi Dynasty. Ibrahim Lodi was the last ruler of Lodi Dynasty who succeeded his father Sikandar Lodi in 1517 AD. After his own brother Jalal Khan rebelled against him, Ibrahim Lodi got Jalal Khan murdered, and the governor of Bihar declared his independence. So he killed his brother Jalal Khan because he wanted to become the ruler. The Battle of Katoli was fought between the Maharana Sangha and Ibrahim Lodi in 1518. So he was a Hindu ruler who ruled in Mewar. So the Battle of Katoli was fought between Maharana Sangha and Ibrahim Lodi, and Ibrahim Lodi was defeated badly by Maharana Sangha. And the governor of Punjab, Tughlaq Khan, invited Babur, the ruler of Kabul, to invade India. So the Tughlaq Khan invited Babur to come to India, and Babur accepted the proposal and marched towards Delhi. So this is how Babur came to India. Ibrahim Lodi was defeated by Babur in the Battle of Panipat, won in 1526. With his death, the Lodi kingdom came to an end, and establishment of new dynasty, better known as Mughal Empire, began by Babur. So as you can see, this is Lodi dynasty. It included the Gwalior and Jaunpur in this region, and during Ibrahim Lodi's period, he had a battle with Maharana Sangha, and he was defeated in that battle. And after the defeat of Ibrahim Lodi in Battle of Katoli, the governor of Punjab, the Tughlaq Khan, invited Babur, who was a ruler of Kabul, to invade India, and Babur accepted the proposal and marched towards Delhi. Actually, he accepted the proposal, but he did not want to rule India in the first place during the time he came. So this is all about Delhi Sultanate, and the next class we'll see about Mughals. And let's see who are all the important rulers of all the 5 dynasties. I've given mistakenly. Like slave dynasty started with Ayubak, and the last ruler is. What's the class? Are you all in the class? None of the questions are asked, answered. Okay, try to remember all the slave dynasties rulers in chronological order, and the 4 important rulers are Ayubak, Iltutmish, Russia, and Balban. Others are become weak rulers or puppet rulers by other rulers. And the next is Khilji. In that, only 2 rulers. Who are they? Jalaluddin and Alaluddin Khilji, and in Muhammad bin Tughlaq and Feroz Shah Tughlaq and Nasiruddin Tughlaq become the important rulers. And in Sayyid, 4 rulers will be there, and they ruled for only short time. Qaisar Khan is the founder of Sayyid dynasty, and Alam Shah is the last one. In between, Mubarak and Muhammad Shah ruled. And in Lodis, 3 important peoples are there: Baghluli, Sikandar, and Ibrahim Lodi. After the defeat of Ibrahim Lodi, Daulat Khan invited Kabul's ruler Babur to come to India and invade India. After the Daulat Khan, Babur also come to India, and there ends the Delhi Sultanate period, and it became to started as a Mughals, or Mughals came to India and started the Mughal Empire. If you have any doubts, you can ask, or will end the class. So no doubt. Okay, thank you all. You can leave the class now.